All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your boy E here, the host, coming to you live every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern time. So always, remember to, set an alarm on your phone and be like, dude, I got to watch that weird white guy that talks about wrestling all the time. I'm just kidding. No. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. We're running out of time here rapidly, but just kind of reflect on what we talked about. We talked about, our WWE SmackDown preview. I have not watched a single shred of wrestling, so it's hot takes. Then we moved on to our Thursday Night Wrestling review, where we talked about Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor. So how kind of the younger kind of promotions are finding a way to ultimately kind of like show a different side of wrestling that I feel like a lot of people should probably check into, especially, professional wrestling fans. A lot of people thought TNA died when Kurt Angle, Sting, AJ Styles, Jay Lethal, Christopher Daniel, once when they all left. But there's a lot of good young talent on there. So make sure you kind of check that out. Segment 3, we talked about our AEW, a Double or Nothing preview, predictions and analysis. So we're going to get into our WWE King and Queen of the Ring in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Can't wait to tell you guys, my thoughts about this pay-per-view. I don't know if it's going to be totally correct. I hope I don't steer you guys the wrong way. And if you guys have any chats or any predictions yourself, throw them in the chat. I would love to kind of hear from you guys. I would love to kind of ponder on what you guys have to say. Like, I know you guys are watching my show and you'd be like, oh, this, but I feel like I don't always have all the answers. Professional wrestling is beautiful because it has that aesthetic beauty. It's like poetry. It can, you can there's different perspectives. Like a lot of people read poetry or read like a passage or a narrative or something like that and have different, kind of thoughts and opinions, and like all those opinions kind of stew up. And the best way we can come to a nice, nice solidarity is to kind of, talk about it. It's important to talk about it. So yeah, go ahead and shoot me those chats. So moving forward, running out of time. Sorry guys. We have our triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn defends his championship against the newly heel Alpha Academy's tyrant Chad Gable against the Australian powerhouse Bronson Reed. Man, honestly, I feel like Chad Gable is going to throw some heavy haymakers in this fight. It's going to be, kind of going to be one of those put up or shut up matches. Feel bad for Bronson Reed because I feel like there's no way he could possibly win this match. But he's going to show up as dominant. The match is going to show up as Bronson Reed being dominant, like totally kicking ass, which kind of will compensate for why he will lose the match. And you're going to see Sami Zayn about to probably win, about to haluva kick Chad Gable, and I can imagine Otis having just a battle within himself. He can either help Chad Gable win the belt back, or he could perhaps find a way to kind of screw over Chad Gable, thus creating kind of like a feud that's going to go into SummerSlam. But since I really honestly can't think of another Intercontinental Champion, kind of battle that would fit Sami Zayn at this moment, maybe perhaps Jey Uso, but I don't think that's really kind of like in the script, so to speak. But if Chad Gable wins the Intercontinental Championship due to an interference by Otis, Sami Zayn's going to be absolutely pissed off at Otis. Chad Gable's he's going to love Otis. And I think ultimately that's when Otis will probably turn his back on Chad Gable and be like, I'm coming for your Intercontinental Championship. That's the only reason why you won it is because of me. And then, that will kind of, help blossom into something beautiful. Next, we have Becky Lynch against Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch ultimately has done a fantastic job as the WWE World's Women's Heavyweight Champion after Rhea Ripley kind of went down. And I still feel like they're kind of holding that belt for Rhea Ripley. And the thing that would make the most sense is for Liv Morgan to beat Becky Lynch at King and Queen of the Ring. I know, just talking about it kind of makes my blood boil because I know Liv Morgan, she has the potential to be so great. But she botches moves. She has crappy promos. So definitely something that she has to fix. Maybe having a strap on her could help her get better. And then you have the whole thing with, Dirty Dom and Rhea Ripley coming back, challenging her at SummerSlam would probably be the best marketable decision, in my opinion. So in my opinion and in my prediction, I feel like Liv Morgan will beat Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. All right, now we have Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria is set to fight in the finals of the Queen of the Ring against Nia Jax or Bianca Belair, no matter who she faces. Bianca Belair or Nia Jax, this is the ultimate underdog story because you have Lyra Valkyrie recently drafted in the WWE draft by Monday Night Raw. She's proved herself a formidable, amazing superstar talent that is, which makes me think that, all right, although, kind of like one of those things that, us wrestling fans only understand that she's achieved so much to get to where she's at. If she loses, it's going to be thought as a win. It's going to be like as if she won the Queen of the Ring. She doesn't get the title shot, but, if Nia Jax moves forward and she fights, she's going to be able to fight Bailey at SummerSlam because the winner of the King and Queen of the Ring gets title shots at SummerSlam. So it could be a possibility that Bianca wins Nia Jax tonight on SmackDown. There's a possibility. And I'm only saying that solely because I know Bianca and Bailey have had a lot of tension, a lot of animosity between the two. So honestly, it'd be kind of cool to see Bianca Belair become the Queen of the Ring, defeating Lyra Valkyria. But if Nia Jax wins and she fights Bailey, I don't really see them kind of obviously Nia Jax is the best ultimate heel, and you have her against Bailey at SummerSlam. Bailey's going to get a huge attention as the babyface. Maybe what WWE kind of wants to kind of establish herself after WrestleMania 40 when she found out that Damage Control was being run by Dakota Kai and Io Sky, the Kabuki Warriors, and Kai got her the hell out of there, beat the crap out of her, but ultimately centered her to babyface, but ultimately creating this new, depiction of Bailey in terms of character development. So, definitely love that. So now we have Gunther. Gunther in the finals of the King of the Ring. He's going to fight either Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. I think it's smart if, I think Tama Tonga would have made sense if Jey Uso would have beat Gunther on Monday Night Raw. But since you have Gunther winning, representing Monday Night Raw, the ring general, the dominance, the power, the only way this match is going to actually be badass and last longer than 5 or 10 minutes is if the legend killer, the Viper Randy Orton, moves on. So, you kind of have the experienced veteran against the young rising star that's still, kind of experienced as a veteran. Gunther is, he's an amazing superstar. He's absolutely dominant. I love the way he dictates and kind of holds himself inside the squared circle. He knows how to develop a match. He knows how to develop a promo. And ultimately, he knows how to develop himself as a total badass. So it'd be no surprise if Gunther faces either of these guys. You're going to see him defeat either one of these guys and move forward for a match against Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes against Logan Paul. I love Logan Paul, but I really see no reason for Cody Rhodes losing this match. This match is ultimately kind of was a way that you have one of the biggest social media presence in the whole entire world, Logan Paul. And I think Jake Paul's going to be there as well. So now you have them, the tandem, the brother, the duos, or whatever you like to call them, the Paul brothers. And then you have Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, the ultimate babyface. Love Cody Rhodes. Heart of a Lion. Eye of the Tiger. He's going to retain his WWE Undisputed Championship. So there's not really a surprise there. And it's going to be one of those things where although Logan Paul's going to lose, he's going to be ultimately a full formidable opponent for Cody Rhodes. So in a way, he's going to kind of win. Kind of like the whole Lyra Valkyria kind of thing. So guys, we are currently almost out of time. I have about a couple minutes left. But we're going to move on. Going overtime, baby. Overtime. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to wrap this up right quick. Forgive me if I seem like I'm kind of pushing myself out the door here. So, hey, stay tuned.